Okay, well, today we have Eric Papon in the hot seat instead of me. No one ever wants to be behind the camera, or I get to be behind the camera, I guess. So, Eric, I know you're our inspection specialist, but maybe take it a second and introduce yourself.
So, my name is Eric Papon. I am part of Wessel Team Home Sales, and my job with them is inspection specialist. So what does that mean?
Yeah.
That means that I help with all the home inspections on the buyer side. On the seller side, I help with repair requests and things like that. I'm at the home inspections. I meet contractors out for estimates. I basically try to make the customer more comfortable with buying and selling their home, especially if they don't have a lot of experience in maintaining a home, or maybe they've never owned a home. Maybe they've just rented. So that's basically my job with Wessel Team Home Sales.
So this is the question we get asked all the time, and I know you just answered it, but I'm going to ask more pointedly. Do you do the home inspections?
I am not the home inspector, so I am not a licensed home inspector in the state of Kansas.
Yeah.
But I am there the whole time. I have a good relationship with our home inspectors, and we try to use probably one of three that we trust and are, for our clients to trust as well. So.
Yeah, I just know we get asked that all the time, and I'm like,
not a
nope,
home
Eric
inspector.
doesn't know the home inspection. He assists through the process, and I think people get that once they go through it, but they just automatically assume I have an on-team home inspector. So I thought
That's
I'd ask
right.
that question specifically.
Yep.
So, okay, and I know your experience before you joined Wessel Team was extensive, but maybe hit the highlights. What did you do before working for?
Okay, so the short version is I grew up on a farm, so kind of a jack of all trades, master of none sort of a thing.
Right.
But I also, my father and mother owned a roofing and construction company.
Right.
Some, doing concrete, doing wick buildings, Morton buildings, that style, pole barns, building garages, and roofing houses is the main thing, residential roofing.
Yeah.
So I have a lot of experience with that. And then 18, I joined the United States Air Force. I was an F-16 crew chief for 6 years. Earned my airframe and power plant license and inspection authorization shortly thereafter. And basically worked on aircraft and ran a Part 145 repair station for about 9 years on top of that. So most of my background is in aircraft.
Yeah.
I'm also a licensed pilot.
Yeah.
But attention to detail is something that our clients will get.
Yeah,
because of that,
absolutely.
so.
I've definitely noticed that. I'm very big picture, and it's very helpful to have people that can do both sides of it. So, okay, so you've been with Wessel Team since February, so you've been through a crazy summer.
Hot summer.
Freaking hot summer.
Very hot.
So what's your favorite part of the job?
I think my favorite part would be meeting our clients. Them showing us their home. They're very proud of their home.
Yeah.
So I like the selling side of it because I get to see more of them truly, who they are through
Being
their
the
home.
listing side when we're
on the
selling their
listing
home.
side. Yeah. Sorry. So
No, you're fine.
but being
Clarify.
able to talk with them, make them feel more comfortable, or allow them to feel more comfortable. Just getting to know our clients and even our contractors and things like that. That's my favorite part of the job.
I always thought you would say it was getting to hang out with me and Hannah, but that's fine. So I think we've got it. What do you enjoy doing in your free time?
My free time, I hang out in the garage a lot. I am a mechanic by heart. I do like to tinker around in the garage. I like to build things. I've got some land. I like to play on that a little bit, take care of my property. Like to shoot guns, that kind of stuff, but mainly take care of all these kiddos we got. So
Yeah.
that takes a big part, a big chunk of time going to their events and sports and everything else. And so that's
That's a big part of it. So I talked a lot about my why in my Get to Know You video, and I asked Hannah this question. So what's your why? I mean, maybe in life, or maybe it's for working for Wessel Team, but yeah, what's your why?
my why is a lot of my previous employment was 8 to 5, and in some cases work on a weekend, but not very often. But
Right.
with this job, I think my biggest why was being able to see my kids, being able to go to their appointments. Just this morning, I took my kid to the dentist,
Right.
and that's a big deal for me to be able to go to their events. Went to the state fair, see my kid play in the marching band, and before that would have been very difficult. And so to be able to see my kids and my family, when time allows, but I have a lot more flexible schedule now, and sometimes it is working on weekends, and that's fine.
More often than not lately.
Yeah, so that's
a lot of
my
nights and
life.
weekends, but
Nights and
you can
weekends, but
schedule
it's
the
also
times to be there.
it's also a family thing. They like to come with me too, and
That's
so
true. Yep.
and on occasion I do show a house from here or there, or I might video one for somebody, but
Yeah.
so they like to come with me to do that too. So,
All right. Last question. What would you choose as a superpower?
I think I would probably one or two, either to time travel or to teleport,
Yeah.
because I drive all over Wichita. I'm about to do that here shortly.
Yeah, you gotta get
Which
going.
is to go to a couple meetings and whatnot. But man, it would be nice to just get there instantly.
It wouldn't be to just get to Colorado instantly or out of
Yeah.
the country, just around Wichita.
Go to
huh?
the mountains instantly. But or to go back in time. I think some of those past events would be
Yeah.
pretty awesome to see.
That's true. You're really
So,
into history.
Yeah.
So.
So.
Huh. Well, we'll go with time travel because teleportation was mine, and we can't have the same one.
All right, I'll go with time travel.
All right. Well, thank you for putting up with us. Thanks for being in front of the camera, and glad to get to know you a little
And
better.
finally a
Share you with
rainy
our
day
clients.
today, so
Yay!
very happy about that. So.
We've needed it so bad. All right.
All
Well,
right.
that's our Wessel
See you guys.
Wednesday.